A man died of hunger, and at his funeral food was served. A man died of depression, and at his funeral, friends came and said how they knew him, how they used to communicate with him. I wonder how they missed to see the depression in him. A man never get roses any day, but at his funeral, everyone had a rose, wish he would rose and see. A man died because of cold. He didn't have better clothes, but at his funeral, he was bought the best clothes ever, a 3-piece suit. 1, to pretend they cared. 2, because it was too late and he was the late. 3, we need to revisit our burial culture and what we call family. A man was walking every day to work and he was hit by a car. And at his funeral, there were fleets of cars that took him home. A man is hurt. Men never get enough love. Men never get what they deserve. Listen. Kama mwanaume unaambiwa kulia, kama mwanaume ifai. Kama mwanaume ukisema uko na depression, ifai ubonge joyo story. Wanakuambia tu utakuwa sawa. So these are for the men who go home with heavy hearts. These are for the men who return home with nothing for the family to eat. They are breadwinners but with empty pockets. These are for the men who feel low. These are for the boys who were told education is the key to success and still they failed. These are for the boys who feel hurt. These are for the boys who try to bring up family. These are for the boys who were told never to love because their pockets are empty. These are for the boys who are never found on anything right but every time on the life side of the law. These are for the boys with dreadlock. When they meet with the police, they are being gunned down as criminals. These are for the boys. These are for the boys from the ghetto. We are trying to make it happen and make ends meet, but only end up paying our rent. These are for the boys who feel hurt. This is for any man outside there, any man carrying a heavy heart with depression and he cannot share out because unaambiwa kwa mwanaume ni kifua but cheki. Kwa mwanaume si kifua tu, but kwa mwanaume pia unaweza relax. Kwa mwanaume si kuvumilia na kulet depression ikuchoke into death because huwezi share. So uki get out of hand, when things get out of hand, kindly try and share. Before I die, kindly share a rose with me. Before I die, kindly visit and see me. Before I die of that depression, don't come to my burial and lie of how you cared. Men die of depression too. Men are human beings. Billionaire poet.
Men died of depression too. Men are humans too. And by the way, I love the first statement you made, Bonnie, that a man died and at his funeral food was served and that men don't actually receive flowers. But then during their funerals, you realize that inaitwa nini hiyo kitu? Wreath. Inaitwa nini hiyo kitu bro? Mnautundianga. But then Bonnie ni mtu wa maua. So maybe that's where the
bouquet.
Inaitwa wewe wacha kuita hivyo. Hiyo kitu ya kuweka juu ya kaburi. Okay, sema ujui. Watu ambia fans ujui.
Sijui.
Anyway, thank you so much for that, bro. It's a powerful piece. Of course, we do apologize for the technical hitches that are facing us this particular evening, but we are making sure that we come to you better and bigger. So keep on doing what you usually do. Help us share, watch, give us those mysteries, and thank you so much for always being with us. Next on stage, of course, will be Tafari. So Tafari, ingia hapo, cheza kaa wewe, tupe mento. Into mento? Or verbal? Verbal meditation.
Yes.
Karibu sana bro.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Verbal meditation. Guitarist. So this one inaitwa The Meditation for the Revelation. The Meditation for the Revelation. You see, reality is never true sometimes. And it's because our eyes see real, but can't feel true. Mostly, our eyes give the wrong interpretation to the heart and mind. Resulting to a totally confused spirit. So on the line wire, by the peg, hanging like a freshen, teetered around. So nianze tena. You see, reality is never true sometimes. And it's because our eyes see real but can't feel true. Mostly, our eyes give the wrong interpretation to the heart and mind, resulting to a totally confused spirit. So on the line wire, by the peg hanging, like a freshened, tethered alongside with my fellow brown jersey, circumnavigating the dusk dawn calendar of the Roman patriot. All I see is wickedness hidden in a cotton ball, so Snow and John, outshining the ignorant society that lives for the moment, marrying while rocking their milestone, so far so good, justifying their means and ways, diverting from the truth. And these are and will be never set free unless, for they defy natural laws and create rules that satisfy their wants and extras. I call them imbecile pleasures. So when I write, verbally I fight. When I light, daytime, you know it's the time these words are light. So hey, you over there, I know you look familiar. I know, but I know you don't like the way my head looks. Neither do I like the way your head thinks. So come slow and understand that this is not all about religion. It's about a true, specific, definite religion. You can only hear my voice, but you can't see my vocals. At least you can feel my chords. Reality over truth. So you say I am vendoring gossip, I don't know. I am hawking fake news, I don't know. I am butter trading for misinformation, mister, I don't know. Randomly fitting caps, I'm even spreading lies on bald heads. Lies, this must be so dirty and I don't know. But I know I haven't slept. My tongue can confess I haven't slept. This topic represents a dangerous theme, a humanity guidance that is affiliated with this spiritual clinic. This content may seem less weighty in this context, but trust me, my sleepless nights have been as a result of this. This topic will surely give you nightmares. My eyes see writings on air, floating on space, visible but intangible letters that communicate a misery yet to happen. So overstand like darkness. There's a dark spirit light hiding in a lighthouse. In a chalky, dusty white paint inside that White House, there's a dark spirit hiding in a lighthouse. It can't be. It can be. In fact, it is that White House. And funny enough, souls are sheltering under shackled places, terming them sacred places while receiving perpetual comical prayers accompanied by blasphemous, religious, soothing, somber, hopeful prayers from these drunken, dark, possessed masters. So for a long time I've continued witnessing the exaltation of the wrong prophet and prophetesses, the dilly-dallies of the system, the opium of the people, and I wonder, is this what you call contemporary salvation? So beat your chest, ask yourself, where is my spirit? What is the position of my soul? Because in the beginning, concept is not a rumor. It is a real-time show that happened. How do you explain the starting of the Father to the Father to the Father to the Father to the far? There is no warmth in this. Very far. This started long time ago. Therefore, the end concept is a must. There can't be first without last. Nevertheless, can there be last without first? The milk is sour and has already started running, if not going bad. And like politics, you can't ignore this. We can't drink this anymore. So learn from the signs of time, because time is kiting, and I see warnings, writings floating on air, visible but intangible letters that communicate a mystery, yet to happen, so real, but so true. And musically, this Bang Bang theory by Femi Kuti may apply as a secret wisdom of the Great Spirit. So do what you have to do, but to do good. The eternal judiciary is waiting. It's not all about how deeply doctrinal religious you are. It's all about how deeply humane, compassionate you are towards others. So I can say, from the convent, none is a believer. But I can't say not even one, none is a believer. So beware of the wild dogs that have practiced to bleat instead of barking. Because this is the desolation of the abomination. This is the meditation of the revelation. Verbal meditation. Tafari poetry.
Verbal meditation, Tafari the poet. There can be no end where there was no start, bro. Tell us something about the piece you just did.
This piece, I wouldn't say that it is a religious piece, but it's a piece enye nafai tukumbushe in as much as kuna everything negative inaendelea. Just like we said, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. But sasa this light, it's a spiritual light. Unapata so many people wamekuwa absorbed na religious doctrines. Unapata kuna mgawanyiko, just because he's a Muslim, just because he's a Christian, hatuwezi gather pamoja. So it's a piece ya kutaka kusema at the end of the day, figurehead ya, though sija mention Christ, but Christ is a real figure yenye ilikam kutuonyesha the way forward. But sasa wase wame personalize religion, wamesema Christianity ni yetu. So hakuna hiyo nafasi ya kushare this message kwa religion zote. So mimi na feel at the end of the day, ukisikia story ya judgment ni actions zako, si ati ni njia fulani ulifuata ama nini ama doctrines fulani. So ni hati yako na venye unajua God wako. So it's a spiritual piece. Wase wasijifiche church ati Monday ati kunaonekana church ndio tujue. Yeah. Ni spiritual experience in a physical being basically. So si story na artist juu lazima uende church ama nini. Ninaweza ongea mingi.
Wow, okay, usiende mahali. Unajua tumekuwa tukiongelea jana last week sana stories za church, na nimesikia leo by the way kuna msame amesaidia kulipia Yesu wa Tongaren fees ya mtoi wake. First of all, the MP did some good work, but then Yesu manze, Yesu anaka kitu. Dominion, karibu chukua mic tuambie mbona Yesu anaka kitu bana. Yesu wa Tongaren anaka kitu.
Yeah. Yes, wako nayo. Spiritual richness maze. Unajua wanasemanga there's this powerful quote ya content. Wase usema ati something about ukiwa, there's a difference between being rich and being content. I guess just our say wako na enough and focusing on the ministry maze. Biashara watu wa kanisa watajenga kanisa.
Ngoja kwanza ujijibu swali yangu. Umesikia Yesu wa Tongaren leo amelipiwa school fees ya mtoi wake.
Yeah.
So I just wanted your opinion about Yesu wa Tongaren Yesu kulipiwa school fees. Sio kama mnapata hiyo place. Sio kama unapata hiyo job.
I see what you did there. No comment.
No comment. Shairi manze. Yesu leo amesaidiwa kulipa school fees ya mtoi wake. Ngoja kwanza mtoi wa Yesu manze.
So hiyo story kwanza hata ni funny kwanza. Tukianzia hapo hivyo. Angefanya tu hata miujiza tu hata moja tu achangamshe mtoto hata si ati asome hata siende.
Apige mtoto wisdom.
Mtoto akuwe bright. Mtoto akuwe bright, Lakini na feel ni funny story. Sijui, lakini walituambia do not judge. Siwezi judge alafu siku ya mwisho nimpate ndo hapo kwa gate.
Anakuambia habari yako Simon, karibu.
Wewe ulisema ache. So
no, this is what religion has made us to think like heavens look like that. Unafika kule kuna a big screen. Then some guy anakuambia Kalia unaangalia hapa tarehe 15 mwezi wa 6 papa ulinitusi kwa show nyingine.
Unakumbuka?
Eti papa ulinitusi kwa show nyingine inaitwa ya poet. Ngoja leo Tafari. Si ulikuwa akinitusi.
Ukisema
ati hata guitarist alikuwa. Anyway, I don't want us to look at stories at church, and I don't want us to get back there. But then let's talk to. Okay, you can go back to your seat, Tafari. Let's now have Simon set. Simon, there's something last week ulifanya manze piga mapoem kama 5,000. Hey bro. So wewe ni poet wa madem. Na by the way madem wako wameenda wapi? Kina Jones leo ameendaje? Ama wamepotea. Unajua by the way we lost the first broadcast. If there's someone who is not joined the second broadcast, let's reshare the second broadcast and make sure that everyone finds us, because nimerealize manzeni kama watu bado hawajafika, wamepotea. So Simon, it's your time.
Yo. So about this piece, the mental piece, but nika story. So leo naenda kufanya ka part 1. Niko na part 1 na part 2 ya story ya mental health. Inajita home is best. Yeah. So ni kitu tutapiga ka first part saa hizi. Then next tunaweza piga hata kani next week. So yeah, let's take it away. Twende guitarist. So cheki, alikuwa na dream different kiasi na wengine wetu. Alidai kujituma vinoma lakini si huku kwetu. Dream ya kupaa sport akajaribie majuu. Dream ya ku make it kutoka chini, aim ni kufika juu kwa juu. Dream dream ya kufanya things zikuwe better. Akienda arudi tusimuite kwa jina lake, tumuite tu mkuu. So siku nenda siku rudi, dreams ni ile wakuu. Then one day boom, ni siku yake kuu. So ni mchango kwanza, then Biblia na maombi on board. Na nikienda sijui kama nitarudi, so life yangu naweka on God. So as usual akavisualize vitu atarudi kununua kama nyumba na gari ataweza kuafford. As usual akapanda ndege na akaland safe majuu, a little bit change of environment, lakini bado ako on guard. Akakuwa picked na mse fulani kuwa picked na mse fulani mambo beard. Destination ni nyumba fulani ya kifahari, aiseni hatari. So akapigishwa round fulani muenda ndani ya ile nyumba fulani ya bosi. Visanga ikaanzia penye visa na manguo zake zilichakuliwa, wakamshow watamwekea right. So cheki. So hiyo night wakampe room na place yenye ata spend the night. Her first night from her first flight, her first night, na akakuwa disturbed na some sounds from the room. Her first night, but first nights are never weird like this. Haya ni majini msee. I thought ati hizi vitu ziuko tu uko kwetu I say. But nimefika huku mimi mwenyewe nikashtuka msee. Usiku ni makelele tu na uwezi doza hata na amani msee. So morning kesho yake mrembo kama kawa kontos. Kazi yanzi apelekane na house course, from clothes to washing the bathroom hadi hizo choo. Na usisahau pia kuna makelele fulani ya mtoto. But si hata unajua hakunanga free time kwa hizi bouncing castle, hakunanga free time, so uwezi bounce kwa hizi castle. So next time hatujui vile mambo itaenda, but chunga vile una bounce kwa hizi castle, haziko free. Mshairi Tycoon doing his thing. Thanks sana manze.
Yes, poet wa warembo bro. Tell us about your piece. Naona ongelea mambo ya majuu.
Yeah. So hiyo piece ilikuwa inajita home is best. So hii piece ni about ni mrembo fulani, ni by the nika true story kiplani. Niko na mrembo fulani alinipigia like kuna venye pia huko majuu, as in mse ukufika kuna vitu zingine strange na weird ziufanyika kwa sana kwa wase wenye ufanya makazi kwa manyumba ama maids and all that. So hii piece ni about dem fulani alifika majuu akapata bana venye alikuwa amefikiria si hivyo, but this time nimepeana ka part 1 and next week tutapeana part 2. Hata kama itakuwa tutakuwa on topic, tunaweza ifanya ka second piece, but stay tuned for part 2. But hii piece ni very personal na ni a true story, najita home is best. So heri home kuliko place. Haujua nasemanga better there. Yeah. So heri place yenye unajua kuko kuliko place yenye unaenda na ujui venye huko kuko mse. So yeah.
Thanks bro, thank you so much. Kuna msee hapa anaitwa Lemayan Mshairi King amesema Tycoon ni tajiri hadi ameweka dish ya DSTV juu ya nyumba, ndani ya nyumba. Okay bro, kwa hizi ni zile mchongano za primary. Unakumbuka hizo mchongano za primary? Ulikuwa unaambianga mwenzako kitu yani you just say anything like ulikuwa unapigwa tu block tu. Anyway, the next point is Dominion. So of course Dominion take up your space on the and of course as Dominion is preparing, let me just sample more of those comments that you've sent. Lemayan Mshairi the King, thank you so much for making time to be with us. Faith Cherop anasema wapi kelele, niko very much inside, keep up the great work people. Now Faith, we cannot be having neighbors not watching. Please help us share the broadcast and let's do this. There's somebody called Gracie G ama Gracie G anasema mambo bad. Okay D zikone. Okay, thank you. Okay. Caleb Rayo says loving the show. Thank you so much. Thank you so Gracie. Then there's Ben. Of course manze. Mona by the profile pic imechange. So anytime from now tunaweza tolewa. Tushapata landlord mpya. So mtumia hii time vizuri. Unasikia Dominion? Profile yetu ichawe kwa ile jamaa wa kuwing. So anytime from now tutazajikuta tuko bana. Sasa tuko kwa landlord.
Yeah. Thank you for logging in, for watching us from wherever we are. Your support is highly important. So penye uko, put your hands up to the constellation. Make some noise as if you are taking part in some consummation. Alafu tuka flow. So hii piece inaitwa Jesus Wept and ina focus on just mental health too generally. So Jesus wept. My nephew walked in on me doing it, on my knees, silent, for my tongue could not bear the weight of my heavy heart, and I wiped my eyes fast as if those tears marked me unholy. And at that moment I realized we just witnessed history. My nephew walked in on me doing it, on my knees, silent, for my tongue could not bear the weight of my heart, and I quickly wiped my tears as if those tears marked me unholy. And at that moment I just realized we both witnessed history. Now I repeat that to emphasize that I've been raised to keep my insides inside by men who do not know how to feel, teaching men how not to feel, as if being human is shameful, as if showing love and emotion is weakness. I've been raised knowing strong men feel less, so it's painless to walk on the shattered glass of my broken dreams and those broken glass ceilings. Tell me, who's gonna remind my nephew that big black boys cry too? Who's gonna remind our sons not to be fugitives from their emotions, that being human isn't criminal? Who's gonna tell them that Jesus also wept? For it's a cancerous society where a man's open arms is an invitation for carnage and a woman's open heart is an avenue for chaos. Men who do not know how to feel teach other men how not to feel. Values zimekuwa blood, each gender in a seek the other's blood, battle of the sexes. Lines zimekuwa blood, values zinakuwa measured na wealth instead of worth. So piga flashback nyumbani, weka hizo values against the streets kwa uzani, then tell me, gani inabeba weight? I'll wait. Lakini cheki, a true man is a true man. And I don't know much, I just know what I know. And what I know is a true man does. Serving and protecting isn't baggage. Big black boys cry too, niggers catch feelings too. The heart doesn't break its voice. Staying hurts more than letting go. A good man, like Jesus, is allowed to weep. Like David, he takes care of his sheep. Like Jacob, he earns and works for his love. Focusing his heart on things above, he'd rather flee than sleep. With Abraham, like faith in the bigger man, a true man is gentle in his manhood. Looks out for the smaller man. To land a true queen pulls a seat beside her, furnishes her with the details of her beauty. A true queen wears her beauty like a crown, unapologetically complex. She takes her time, so to hell with the Rolex. She wields integrity like Esther, loyalty like Ruth. A true queen is royalty. And a real man knows how to look and take care of the smaller man. He has faith in the bigger man, so the bigger man can make him an even bigger man. So before we wrap this up like Christmas shopping, this is my gift to you. Jesus wept. So pia wewe, maze spit your verse man. Piga shower kwa ngozi paka kavas man. Kula fiti, jenga mwili kama Batman. Batman, be sober in the relaxation, si kila time ni kwa barman. Look after your Lois Lane kama Superman. Stay on your lane, be the bigger man, so the bigger man will make you an even bigger man. Cause manhood ni action, act right. Womanhood ni essence, be right. Opposites but equal, so raise your hands. Shoot me if I'm wrong, or snap if I'm right.
Hizi tabia za kujiombeanga ma snap by the utaacha.
Vitisho.
Ha? Bro. Vitisho. Bonge la poem bro.
Asante sana.
Inaona kwanza iko na seasons. Inaenda inapanda inashuka. Tell us about it bro. Kusilianza na season 1, tuingia season 2. Hebu tuambie vile umeivunja vunja.
Your piece imeenda kama journey. Ikianza na experience yangu when some time back my nephew alinipata nikilia. So it just stems in from hapo, and then talks about how men, we are so confined to our emotions. Mazee asif hatufai kuwa na emotions. And then we just try to tell people how vile Biblia inasema, mimi natumianga hiyo kama king scheme yangu, vile nasema mwanaume anafaa kuwe na painting anafaa kuwe. And then just to pige ma rhymes hapo mwisho for the snaps.
So hizo season ya mwisho ilikuwa snaps tu.
Hizo tu za punchlines, message iko
kwa
rewind piece.
Realize tunaweza shinda kusnap, tunaweza shinda kushikanisha message ukasema okay, cheki wadau, acha niwapige ma rhymes kule mwisho.
Tuwape flavor.
Na by the way, kama uko na mistari pale nyumbani, you can still send them to us. Of course I'll be glad to read some of the mysteries. Kuna jamaa hapa ametuma mysteries zingine so sick. No, just use it. Lemayan, get better lines bana. Hey, Lemayan bana, mshairi king. Ai ndugu yangu. Anyway, so kuna mtu aliniuliza swali wiki. Kaniuliza tunaweza kufa ndio tupone baadaye. That tunaweza pata watoi ndio tunini baadaye. Anyway, we cheki. Boni, ni unafaa kuingia kwa sana cha ufala. Tell kazi. So Boni, it's the time, of course. You've done your first piece, so tell us about your second piece, then go ahead and recite it.
Yeah, on my second piece, manze, in one way or another, kuna tu vile mapenzi inafanyianga watu. So let's do this.
Bro, umesema mapenzi?
Yeah, mapenzi.
Kwani have you been attending Mshairi group of schools?
Nilienda benchmarking.
Mshairi ndio mapenzi inakuwa imemchapa. Alafu kumai notice poem zote za Mshairi before I recite anaanzanga na kuna dem fulani. Zote zake zako. Si hata leo amesema kitu. Si leo muongelea komre. Hakuna dem. Like poem zako zote zinakuanga tu za madem. Faith Cherop leo by the way haja ku big up. So ama yeye ndio huyo dem. Anyway, Boni, it's your time.
Okay, let's do this. Mapenzi ina run dunia. Ukitaka kujua no human is limited, uliza Kipchoge. tutakuserve na heartbreak yako moja safi. Kama ulishapata ama utapata ama next inakuja. So mapenzi ni kaa safari, na wengi walianza safari wakafika kwa wrong destination, kuna divorce. Mapenzi ni kaa safari, wengi walipata accident na wako wounded, hawezi penda tena. Mapenzi ni kaa safari, na mimi niko kwa shawa hata sijaanza hii safari, sijui nitavaaje kwa hii safari. Mapenzi ni kaa safari, na wengi wana fair, so wana walk wakihope wata find love. Cheki, mapenzi ina run dunia. No human is limited, ukitaka jua uliza Kipchoge. So tumechange, mapenzi imekuwa soko. Mapenzi iko soko na biashara inaendelea. Kuna wenye wako kwa side ya cereal, na sinasikia nowadays Roscoco inanunua nyumba hadi gari. Mapenzi ni kaa soko. Watu wako busy na utapata wengine wako side za fruits. Unafinywa kwa avocado, unaonjwa na uchukuliwi home. Mapenzi imekuwa soko, wengine ni kaa mboga ya kienyeji na sukuma. So ina depend nani anakutoa soko na price gani. Mapenzi ina run dunia. No human is limited, ukitaka jua uliza Kipchoge. Tutakuserve na heartbreak yako moja safi. Ka umepata pole sana, na ka ujapata inakuja. Mapenzi imekuwa na vitu weird. Mapenzi imehurt maboy mtaani. Mapenzi imefanya vitu weird ina happen. Listen, mapenzi imefanya watu wengine soko wamekuwa makanjo wanakimbiza wasee, na wengine wako side za vegetables ni vitunguu wanalilisha watu. Mapenzi imekuwa weird. Mapenzi imefanya tumekuwa hurt. Nasikiza time wazazi walituambia ati sisi ni wadogo tuwezi penda, tulikataa kusikia. Sasa ni wakubwa tumeshindwa kupenda. Nikiwa mdogo niliona watu wakubwa wakifall in love, sasa mimi ni mkubwa naona watu wakifall in love. Mapenzi ni confusing. Billionaire poet.
Okay. Bro, speleke mbio hivi bana. Mshairi group of schools. Like mshairi akutu excited. Ni kama proud teacher. Ni kama continuation ya piece moja ya mshairi. Kwanza hiyo part ya Kipchoge, like it's so mshairi. It's more mshairi than Boni. Bro, kwani usikizi uko na billions za kubuy pieces? Piece sio yako bro. Anyway, tuambie bro, how did you end up here?
Okay, hii piece
kwanza ati hiyo line ya Kipchoge inaendaje? Ati kama hujasaviwa?
Okay, wacha niseme, inasema mapenzi ina run dunia. No human is limited, ukitaka jua uliza Kipchoge. Kama hujapata heartbreak yako moja safi inakuja, na kae umepata pole sana, na kaa hujapata heartbreak yako iko on the way.
It's coming. Inakuja. Dominion kama ije kufikia, by the way. It's coming.
Shindwe.
Check it.
Shindwe.
Dominion kuna